What do you call someone who loves fossils? Is there a word for that? We were discussing it during the break.
I don't know. I just call them paleontologists, but I guess you could call them a fossil nut or a rock hound or something like that.
Rock hound.
We like that. We like that. Yeah.
That's cool. There you are.
Welcome back to GB News. Good to have you with us. We're going to talk about fossils now because one of the largest collection of rare sea fossils anywhere in the UK has been discovered by a couple using online maps.
Yeah, they discovered the Wiltshire site during the second lockdown and contacted the Natural History Museum, who secured funding for a dig.
Yeah, we can speak now to Tim Ewin from the Natural History Museum, the man who actually secured the funding and led the dig. Tim, really good to talk to you. First of all, just tell us, how exciting is this find for those who are excited about fossils?
Yeah, it's an amazing find, really exciting. It has just a wealth of different types of sea animals there. They're quite easy to collect. And so I'm really pleased to be involved with it. Like you say, we're notified in the second lockdown, and so it was a long waiting game to wait for the restrictions to ease sufficiently so that we could go and explore the site thoroughly. But it really hasn't let us down. It's turned up some of the most amazing fossils, or Jurassic fossils that I've seen from in my career. So yeah, I can say it's right up there with some of the top finds that I've ever been involved with.
How were they able to find these fossils?
Right,
because
yeah.
they're amateur fossil finders, and they've used Google Maps essentially to find. How have they done this?
So they have an idea of which age of rocks are likely to have fossils, and you find that out by looking at old scientific publications and things like that, or going into museum collections and finding out where fossils like that have been found in the past. You can then sort of trace where those rocks are found on the ground, and then you can look for people making holes in that area. And you can go and investigate that way. These guys, they've been doing it for a long time, but they're also really diligent. So they sought landowner permission because the site's on private land. And that's part of the reason why we're keeping it secret, because we don't want to encourage people trespassing, as well as protecting the scientific importance of the site.
Kind of fun to stumble across a fossil on the beach or whatnot, but how important is a big haul like this to science and to how we understand our natural history?
Yeah, I mean it's an internationally important find, and that's not because they're pretty fossils per se, but it's the amount of information, the amount of new information these groups can give us. With regards to the evolutionary history and the diversification of these really iconic marine animals. So we're finding lots of fossilized starfish, sea urchins, and things called crinoids, or sea lilies. These are normally really rare fossils. If we find 4 or 5 in a fossil hunting trip, we're normally really pleased. And so to find over a sort of 100 slabs with representing over 1,000 individuals is really unprecedented. And that gives us lots of data for us to do science on. So it's going to give us a really great understanding of how these animals evolved into the ecologically important creatures that they are today. Because things like starfish and sea urchins play a really important ecological role in the sea.
Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.